When you got a job and you depend on that job, what you can't do is leave when you want to, or do whatever. So it's just one of them things to where I just felt like I had to. And then it gave me the time to start a clothing brand, get back in on my music. Like, I just feel like I was alive again. You know what I mean? Yeah. So for that person, if you giving these people your time for money, like, you're literally giving your life for money. Wow. So that's the scariest part. Like, that's the riskiest part.
And you said something that's powerful, bro. You just talked about how you did 3,500 in a weekend, which is, oh my, it's amazing. I'm talking about, that's 3 months of my last job grinding my face off. I'm talking about literally. And I'm like, yes, I love hearing about the money. If you do that every week on average of $3,000, that's 12 grand a month.
It has to work, or it has to work.
Yo, it's your goal to add an extra $3,000 to $10,000 a month profit leveraging event spaces. I show you how to find them, I show you how to fund them, and I show you how to automate the process. I was able to help over 500 people across the world open up their own profitable event space. Go to eventspacemasterclass.com to learn how I'm able to help you in my free training. But without further ado, let's jump into this episode.
Welcome to another interview. I get the opportunity to interview and highlight what I say some of the best clients in the world. And today I want to bring you just a dynamic young man. Next interview, we're going to have his wife in there as well. They got amazing event space, entrepreneurs, just go crazy online. And I'm just super excited to bring my guy Petey on to the interview. How you doing, brother?
What's cracking, man? I'm glad to be here. I appreciate you having me.
Hey, man, thank you so much for taking time out of your day. I know you said, man, you just got home from an actual open house, so we haven't had a chance to, we was going to do the interview from the spot, but the next one, we'll have you and wifey do it from the spot. But tell us what city, tell us a little bit about yourself. I know, I want to say Kansas City off the top. I know it's a unique city.
That's right.
Yeah,
That's
all right,
right.
Kansas City. Tell us a little bit about what city you in, and really what you got going on. I'm gonna go in your story in a second.
Okay, yeah. So, entrepreneur hasn't always been that way. Kansas City, Missouri, born and raised. When I was 18, I moved to Philadelphia. Stayed Philly some, Jersey some. Went to college out there. Got 2 bachelor degrees that I never used. And then. Came back, did music, been doing music, started gospel, chased my dreams, moved to Cali, moved to Atlanta, just kind of all over, just trying to find my way. Always been a salesman, always been, kind of like a go-getter hustler. So I got my first real job when I decided to settle my butt down and get married. Like, you need a job. And it was in sales, and I did really good. And that's kind of when we met. We got in touch with you online. And so as we were looking for reception halls, we were like, man, this is crazy. Like, we could really get in here, because we instantly seen all of the different ways that we would change it.
Yeah.
And so I don't know how they got these phones set up, but somehow you popped up right after we was talking about an event space. So I was just like, oh wow, definitely tapped somehow. But and I just
phone's crazy.
Yeah, I just had a good feeling, man. I really did. Just seeing you, it's a whole lot of people that's selling stuff, online. And especially if, your cookies they seeing what you're searching. So if I'm already one of those personal growth type of people that be looking into that, you see a lot of people. And it's like, nah, I instantly had a connection with you before I ever purchased anything, before I ever got on a live or one of your calls. And so once we got on the call, man, I was crying. My wife was.
Wow. You got this, bro. Wow. Crazy, bro. Take your time, bro. I'm here.
More so than the content from the event space and all of that information what really helped me in my life and my wife was the mindset. So after purchasing the course, came with a whole lot of mindset that some people might call fluff. Came with a whole lot of mindset content that really allowed me to, while I was in my office, man, I was writing down, I'm a profitable event space owner. I'm a profitable event space owner all these times.
Crazy. And while you talking, go ahead and get it out, bro. You good. But it's so funny, Pete, you say this, and we're considering doing a presentation again. I was going to take that out, but now that you saying, I'm going to leave, because it's the fluff thing. Like I still say affirmations every day, bro. And
every day,
I literally was about to take that out.
I got my alarm set, man. I got things that I'm starting to just add to my personal day. Just adding to the foundation in which that I, kind of started off of the course. And so I got a certain time where I say my daily affirmations. I got a certain time where that I just added that I'm got from a book called The Magic of Thinking Big. And now so I got a time where I just smile for 1 minute, and then I got a time where I just do my gratitude, where I simply say what I'm thankful for. So that's 3 daily alarms that I got set presently. So, but it all stemmed from just the course. So basically what ended up happening was I'm killing it in insurance, killing it. And so
what type of insurance was you selling?
I was selling property and casualty. So auto, home, renters, that kind of thing. And so used all that money to start the event space, bro. And that was in March of 2020. By August, bro, I quit.
Crazy. And just because I want to make sure because I never heard the full story. So I came up on your phone, then you joined, was it a webinar we had?
I joined the webinar.
Did you buy on the first time you joined the webinar, or did you have to watch it a few times?
No, I bought, like I told you, bro, it hit us. Yeah, so I bought instantly. Like, if you know, now, if you want to just be dumb and just ignore it, then you can. Yeah. But who's to say, that it still would have happened the same way. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So we took action, bro. Instantly start driving for dollars, driving around. I was taking pictures. I was taking pictures of buildings and photoshopping my name on the building. I was on it like that.
Ooh.
I was on it like that. You know what I'm saying? I got receipts. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, so, but just literally did pretty much everything that the course did verbatim. And a guy was definitely had his hands on it. I can't sit up here and say I cannot give you all the credit, because when I tell you it was the smoothest process ever. It was the smoothest process ever. I knew exactly what the spot was that I wanted. It was not too big, not too small, perfect for me to get my feet wet. Hell, if I didn't make no money at insurance, I could still scramble up. You know what I mean? Whatever, So I'm like, cool, boom. Got in there. Everything was sweet. Landlord sweet. Whole lot of parking on the main road. Good neighborhood. Not too good. Not too bad. You know what I mean? Like everything that we was discussed. So, but then from there, it just really, I was able to buy my time back, and then the automation part, that you touch on was really the play, and not to touch on all of the extra ways to make money while you building and whatever, but just allowed me to really just start focusing, working out, just being there for my family, like just a whole lot of different things. And so it's just definitely been a blessing, ups and downs in every business, but we have never not been booked since we opened up, and we never had a grand opening, nothing.
Wow. And just so you you took the day that you saw it, the day that you boarded. Then you said March. You opened in March.
Yeah. We had our first event in March 2020.
2020, right? Yeah. You quit. You told me when did you quit now?
I quit 5 months later. I quit in August.
Wow. Now let me ask you, a lot of people still, and I think is not a right or wrong way, but what made you say, yo, I'm out? Like, what made you say, because a lot of times you could just keep working a job, and because it's more of a weekend business than an everyday business, right? You could run it every day of the week. But what made you say I'm out?
So let me just put this out there, because that's a very good point, and I very much can now.
Yeah.
But here's the thing: if I had in my earlier stages running the space, if I had kept my 9 to 5, right, then I wouldn't have got to a point to where I wouldn't have had enough. You know how your slogan is, it has to work or it has to work.
Yeah.
If I still had all that money coming in from insurance, I probably would have just been kind of treating the business like a stepchild. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Like I kind of probably would have been just, all right, whatever. Now I know how to get on leads, land them, close them. I know how to run it without either being here but I never would have been able to do nothing of that if I would have kept working my job. So that's the thing. It's not that I had to. It was just that I also understand that now I can have the option of having my time back. I don't have to call somebody, call a boss to say, can I go out the country? I don't got to say, can I take a lunch or can I go to my daughter's school? You know what I'm saying? Like literally, I was just telling my wife this the other day. This weekend, we got 5 events. We got Friday, 2 Sunday, 2 Saturday. Now, if I want to hire somebody, I already got a cleaning crew to do my transition. I can hire somebody. If I want to keep that money, I go up there. But guess what? Friday is going to be clean already from Wednesday.
Yeah.
Saturday, we get up there 1 hour to clean it for the first one, 1 hour for the second one. So that's 3. That's 3 events for 2 hours. Yeah. Sunday, the same thing. So you're looking at 5 hours for 5 events. So I worked 5 hours, and you do the math on what we making, $750 an event, 5 hours.
7, 14, 20 on 28, 35. That's about $37.50. Wow.
5 hours of my physical time. And that's
you gotta think. I don't know what you made on insurance for your last job, but bro, my last job, bro, I worked 40 hours a week regular, then an hour getting there, hour coming home, hour preparing, 55 hours a week, $220 a month. I made $1,500 a month, which equaled like $6 and something per hour, which is crazy.
Yeah. So, I mean, it just made sense to me. And now, like, even with so another thing that you didn't know, the reason why I had to get back, I had a call before this. I'm actually, I have enough time, bro. I'm actually learning. I'm about to be licensed in life insurance, becoming a financial advisor, man, because y'all told me the importance. Marvin, I got his Becoming Your Own Bank. I purchased him 500's course. I was just nasty. I was all in it, started Pyramids Pro Solutions, LLC. I have my time. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So now, boom, I had a training call right before this one. You know what I'm saying? So that was for that new thing, because I really want to show my family, teach my family about trust, show them how the life insurance policies is for why you're here. You know what I mean? So this is what the event space is allowing me to do. You know what I mean? I wouldn't have been able to do it unless I took that first.
How important, bro? How important for somebody listening to take that first or that next step? Because a lot of us, bro, and you say in 2020, that mean I want to say we're probably approaching the pandemic or was in a pandemic. And this is when I was getting the most heat for teaching this. I'm talking about, you scamming, I was getting people doing clubhouse rooms, just hurt, trying to tarnish my character, saying, yo, you're getting over teaching people how to become financially. It's impossible, they told me, to make $5,000, $10,000 a month or having event spaces. And the thing, PD, I know you're ready to talk, is I'm telling people, yo, $3,000 to $10,000 a month. I'm never, you go make $50,000. I'm never overdoing it with event spaces. I'm telling you, my goal is to help people make $3,000 to $10,000 profit a month. And I was just getting that can't happen. But what made you, you kind of said you just decided, but you decided to make that decision, and that literally changed, it's changing the trajectory of your family in the next generation. So what would you tell that person who they debating, they're also probably about to listen to somebody try to talk them out of it?
So first of all, what I will say is this: for me, in order for me to, I feel have that faith, it was more of a faith thing. It was God working with me on my faith, because it was just the fear of the unknown, like uncomfy, just evade comfort zones. I was completely uncomfortable the whole process.
Yeah.
And so what that does is you start to operate and think differently than you do if you know you got a plan B. And it's just one of those things. Like you said, I did a friendship audit. One of the last friends that I had, Dion Dotson, black man, owns one of the biggest deluxe transportation companies in Kansas City. He said, man, you got to leave that job. He was like, I leave that job. And came to the event space, sat with me, had lunch. He said, hey, man, you ain't been back to work. What you doing? I said, hey, you sure you want to know? You know what I'm saying? I said, I'm out of there, man. He's out, man, took me out, and celebrated. But I just felt like, man, it was the right thing to do for me, And so it was definitely scary. But for the person that's on the fence about it, man, every situation is different. You got to do what's smart for you and your family, especially if you got children. You know what I mean? But at the same time, you never know, because you listen, a loss, a fail, all of that stuff is learning. You can always get a job. I say, like I'm right now, like I can get a job whenever. You know what I mean?
That's
like,
fact.
But when you got a job and you depend on that job, what you can't do is leave when you want to, or do whatever. So it's just one of them things to where I just felt like I had to. And then it gave me the time to start a clothing brand, get back in on my music. Like, I just feel like I was alive again. You know what I mean? Yeah. So for that person, if you giving these people your time for money, like you're literally giving your life for money. Wow. So that's the scariest part. Like, that's the riskiest part. And now that I'm learning about 401ks and all that stuff, how that's working, I'm definitely cool. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, all right, cool. I'm good. Well, let's figure it out. You know what I mean? But I have the time to do so. I have the freedom. I spend more time with my children, travel more, And so.
And you said something that's powerful, bro. You said, and the reason why, and you said, I want to say on live, like, I have yet to be like, we just talked about how you did 3,500 in a weekend, which is, it's amazing. I'm talking about, that's 3 months of my last job grinding my face off. I'm talking about literally. And I like, yes, I love hearing about the money. If you do that every week on average of $3,000, that's 12 grand a month. What's your overhead? What's your rent or lease or what's that?
You ain't gonna believe me if I tell you.
I think it's something crazy though. It's like under $1,000. I want to say something.
Yeah, man. My rent is only $750 a month, bro. Yeah. So The overhead is low. Obviously, the rest of the bills is just like a house. I use my same accounts for everything, for the TV. So we got the cameras, we got the utilities, and I mean, that's pretty much it.
We talking about, based on them numbers, we looking at about $1,500 a month all in. If
15 too. You got your business insurance, which is $60, for $1 million. You know what I mean? It's nothing, bro.
Think about that though. $1,500 a month, right? Don't care if you own. I don't care if like you gotta think $1,500 a month, and if you just made the 3,500, that's still positive $2,000. It's $24,000 extra a year.
Tonight, I made $1,000 tonight at open house. We just booked New Year. We just booked December 31st tonight. Crazy. And I did them with the book on the spot discount. I sold them. And then I told my wife this. I was like, watch this. She was in the utility class. I said, watch this. I bet you I get them to get in it.
Yeah.
So she's like, we gonna see. I'm like, you dealing with, like, hey, whoop, pulled out the pictures. Hey man, this is really upscale. This will turn your event up. It look a lot more elegant. Look at this. You don't want these folded chairs. You want these.
Yeah.
Was like, yeah, we want those.
Yeah.
So made a quick rack tonight. They booked on the spot. You know what I'm saying? It was,
Bruh, listen, and I tell you, the reason why I really enjoy your process, because we are all in, but you got your time back. You said something that really touched me. You get to do your music again. You get to push your clothing line. Like, you now in banking, like you insurance, like you can't do that if you don't own your time. Or you could do it. You just gonna be stressed, like stretched thin.
You're gonna be up like see, this is what y'all don't see, right? This is what you didn't know. Like when we was doing that build out, I was hearing the same stuff from family and friends.
Yeah.
Hey man, it was in the middle of the pandemic and you building an event space, you spending all of these thousands. This was before you taught me about business credit. So I'm literally using all of my cash to build, and can't nobody even meet. I'm looking at other people who currently was in the group that was figuring out creative ways to still get the bag in the middle of the pandemic.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'm definitely still building this mug.
Yeah.
But basically to go back on what I was saying was, when you got a job, you definitely got to have super, super ambition, because when I was getting off at 5:30, I was going over there to do the build out till about 2 a.m. for 2 months. Get the build out by myself, me and my cousin. So my work ethic, while everybody else was Netflix chilling, getting fat, I was going crazy. But now look.
And now they probably like, dang, I wish I would have did what Petey did when instead I was getting that PPP money buying bags and Louis and stuff.
Yeah. So but you can, but it's just gonna end up taking even more of your time from your family, because when you get off your 9 to 5, then you got to go clock into whatever extra it is that you're trying to accomplish, when really you can use your whole full day to go crazy. And then you with the kids when they get out of school.
Bro, powerful. What would you say your total startup cost was for you? I know everybody's
my total
different.
startup cost was 10 grand.
Wow. And that include first month, last month security.
Oh, that included everything.
Bro, think about
that. Was my build out. I did everything top to bottom, 10 grand.
10 grand.
No cap.
Bro, you got to really understand, 10 grand to build out a business, then it's $1,500 a month to operate it. And if you do an average of $2,000 a week on average, that's $8 grand a month. That's about $6 grand a month profit. Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh. Plus the freedom and the time freedom is. Yeah,
because you think about it, it's like, man, even people live to their means. Like the more you make, the more you spend, unless you're disciplined. But even when I was making 6 figures selling insurance, I was still living to my means. I was still feeling like I was broke.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So hell, what's the difference?
Yeah.
You know, I'm going to figure it out. I'm going to set it up, and then I'm going to make it work. You know what I mean? So now we looking at getting the next suite that's right next door to us. I ain't tell you that. We getting the next suite right next door to us. It was supposed to be a boutique, but the lady just stopped doing her build out and put the paper on the wall. I called the landlord like, yo, what's up with that? She like, you're such a good tenant. I would love for you to have it. I was like, okay, well, let's get busy. You know what I'm saying? So I'm thinking about breaking the wall down and just expanding the space.
It. Ooh. Yeah. How big is the next door? Because I believe you at about 700 to 900. How big is next door?
Yeah. So the next door is about the same exact size. So I'll be around 1,500 if I do that.
So let me ask you, just nerding out, would it make sense to go ahead and build it out so you could charge more, or do it make sense to go ahead and just be running 2 events simultaneously?
Well, the thing is, I was going to either do 2 simultaneously, but I think that with the noise, because the walls are paper thin, that I was thinking about that. If I'm having one type of event on this side, it'll be kind of complaints, and I'm 5-star review shouty. So I gotta get those things on my Google review. So I probably would just expand it. Or I was thinking about using it for storage to start a party rentals business.
Ooh, powerful.
Yeah.
Powerful.
Yeah, so either one, I don't know, because I think it might be a little bit longer and not as wide as mine. Yeah. And if it is, then I'm going to just probably use it as a party rental place, because with our spot, we don't have as much storage. So then I'll be able to just come up with some more money that way, another stream that way.
Powerful, bro. Man, you got me smiling ear for ear, just hearing just all the new opportunities, the new brands, the new bit. I know you just said you just came back from out of the country with you and wifey, man. Just
3 kids,
just, bruh. I like when people are fulfilled, bro. Like it's something that it does it for me. The money sound cool and all that, but are you fulfilled? Are you happy? Are you enjoying what you're doing? Like what good is making all this money and you're unfulfilled and you hate what you do? So I always love when I'm hearing like, man, actually I'm enjoying what I'm doing. It's not just
yeah, man. I thank God, man, for your mom. She really did a tremendous job with you. It was a pleasure to meet her, a pleasure to meet your wife, your beautiful kids. Listen, man, I'm telling you, bro, like everything that you're doing, the way you're doing it, your demeanor, your character, it's obviously that you're leaded by God, bro. And so I appreciate you for being obedient. I appreciate you for remaining humble. See, people think because they can see your lifestyle that it's no way to be humble and live like that. Absolutely it is. Yep. And you're the example. Like you're a perfect example of that. And so it's just one of those things that, hey man, I don't care about any of this. This just comes with all of the work that I'm putting in. You know what I mean? So that's the type of mentor that I like, that I would like to.
And I appreciate that. How have it been with just peers and family now? Are they now inspired? Are they now like, yo, bro, keep going? Or are they some of them trying to follow in your footsteps now?
Well, you got the whole family thing where, oh man, I've been trying to start one of those, man. I was about to do X, Y, Z, and I was going. And then, as far as my friends, man, I didn't really hang out with a lot of people anyway, especially after I got married. But when I did the audit, we had a group text, and I'm like, man, like, what is the point of this group text? Like, so then I kind of checked that, and now it's completely edifying. It's some money plays. It's not just to hit me up to go spend money or go out. Like, so that aspect switched. Prayed to find some millionaire friends. They came, you know what I mean? So just everything kind of just is switching. I will say that I'm not even close to where I'm a product today. I'm a product of what I was doing 5 years ago, So right now what I'm doing, I can't wait to see where I'm going to be, because right now my current situation obviously ain't where I'm about to end up.
Hey, bro, I don't think you scratched the surface. You just put your toe in the water.
Started.
Yeah,
I'm talking about you've been in the game since the
15
fruit truck.
years, bro.
You've been in the game since the fruit truck. I'm talking about I was in college selling G-Shocks and recording D-Boys in my apartment room closet. You know what I mean? I was always hustling, but I never was like, this is all I'm gonna do. You know what I mean? Like so
how long it been now full time for you now? It's about 2 years since you said August.
A year and 5 months.
Well, imagine what 5 years is going to look like. I'm talking about you going to have these insurance clients, more events, like your music probably going crazy.
It's got to go crazy. Yeah. So I'm going to just pull up in Atlanta, like, I'm going to just pull up on you, like.
Yeah.
I'll be like, that's my guy right there.
What you thinking? What's your dream car? What you want?
Man, I want a G-Wagon, bro. Yeah. I got to get it.
That's done then. Now, I believe you had that. I believe you had that next year. You know what I'm saying?
Come on, man. Come on, talk to me.
Hey, I'm for real. You need to make sure you go test drive that thing. Exactly. You need to go do the same thing you did with the event spaces, Photoshop. Y'all need to go pull up on one of them. And if that's what you want, you go do it. Now, again, if somebody listening to the interview, I like hearing, like, what are people's dreams? Like, what are your aspirations? Because I want to look back.
Prolific, you have to be
specific. You already know. So I want to go back and, hey, PDB tapped in. I appreciate it. You got to go. You got to really go take a look, y'all, at what your future looks like. You got to go into the minds of the future. So, PD, I ain't gonna hold you, man. I just want to say thank you. I guess a couple more questions. We'll wrap it up, man. What would you say to somebody who's on the fence about joining the program, man? Like somebody that's they're debating, like, yo, I wonder if I should do this. And I know you alluded earlier, you got to make that decision on your own. But why do you think
if you're on the fence, it would obviously have to be for the cost. That would be the only reason why it would be for the cost. Okay, cool. So you got to say it's going to cost me this much if I get it. But then you got to say, how much will it cost me if I don't get it? So let me just tell you about me. If I didn't get it, then I've made over 100,000. So it would have cost me over 100,000 from my one space if I never would have got it. So that's what, if you're on the fence, you got to say, okay, how much will it cost me if I don't get it? And then, like I said, just outside of the event space alone, the mentality that is embedded within the course is different. And the community that comes with it. I talk to my ESS gang every single day. So it's pretty much like all of that come with it is different, bro. It's a community. Like I said, I'm in multiple communities. You know what I mean? It's a community that is not like anything like it from the head down.
Bro, that's powerful, bro. Listen, I'm just excited for you, man. Thank you so much for coming on. I'm really pumped up to see where you're going to be. If I could see a few years down, I see another big insurance company. You're running more event spaces, just a lot of abundance, man. Just what you doing times 10. And it's dope that I could say it, because I remember where I was 5 years ago, and I remember where I was 5 years before that. And when you all in, you already made up that mind. It gotta work or it gotta work, bro. So I just want to say thanks for taking time out. We're gonna go ahead and run another interview. We're gonna do that with you and wifey in the space, man. Because I also just love y'all couples, y'all fun.
Oh yeah, you got to get Pyramids Key on.
Yeah. I got y'all.
Key on.
I like the energy that y'all possess, and wifey always fly. Y'all together, y'all.
That's why she wasn't on this one, because she just took her lace front out. You know what I mean? So she ain't gonna. She gotta be pristine. You know what I'm saying?
Pristine, laid out.
Yeah.
So PD, bro, thank you once again. I look forward to just continue to see you grow. I'll see you next time you in Atlanta, man, and keep just run it up, bro. Don't take your foot off the gas, and anything we could do to help you and continue to serve you, let us know, brother. Thank you.
All right, man. Love you, bro.
Love you too, bro. Peace.
All right.